Hello, my beautiful friends. This is Lifestyle Manifesting. I'm Shannon, and on my channel, I talk all about manifesting as a lifestyle. Every area of your life, design your life to be how you want it to be. Today, I want to start talking about the story. Okay, so let's get clear on what that is. The story that you're telling yourself is what's manifesting in your reality. It's how you believe your life to go, how you believe reality to work. The story you're telling yourself, that inner conversation that you're having in your head, that is manifesting out into the world. So the story you tell yourself is your self-concept. How do you see yourself? How do you see yourself in relationship to your specific person? How do you see yourself in relation to other people in your reality? What's the story you're telling yourself with your specific person? Because you need to align with the story that you are together. You're already in that relationship. Don't take what's happening in the 3D reality as creating what's going to be your future, right? If there's a circumstance right now that you feel like it's falling away, or you're manifesting and creating based on that circumstance, you don't have to do that. It's going to the end being together right now. Quantum shifting, jumping into that reality that you have that relationship right now. Not in the future. It's right now. Feel it right now. Embody it right now. That's your job, is to, what does that feel like? What does it feel like to be in the relationship? Your feeling is a secret. You feel like you know it's already yours. How do you know it's yours? Because it's coming from you. It's from your imagination. You're manifesting everything in your reality from your thoughts, your beliefs, and your feelings. So you're first and foremost the causation. The physical 3D reality is just the effect. If you're looking at the effect to create your reality, you're creating your reality based on the effect of the 3D. Okay, so go more into your mind to the end. Be the creator of your reality. Okay, some clients were asking this. They were already affirming the reality they want, but they're not seeing evidence in the reality yet. What they realized is they're not necessarily telling the story that they want. They might be affirming it or trying to make it happen. All you need to do is align with the reality where you have your desire. That story is, I already have my desire. You don't even necessarily need to affirm. You don't have to have a habit of affirming every day. You could actually create a reality where you just affirm it once. I mean, there's a lot of things manifesting in your reality that you really just affirmed or said or thought at once, but it's normal and natural. So create that this is normal and natural for you to have a thought about your desire, go to the end, and it manifests. What is the story you're telling yourself? Right, let's see, I'm going to answer some questions. How do you make friends? Well, you make friends by affirming that reality. If you have friends, like, you have to speak to yourself the way you want it to be. So if you're saying, well, it's hard to make friends and I don't even know where to go. I mean, you could make friends eventually that way, but if you want to do this quicker and really align with that reality, you have to focus on what you would be saying, what you would be thinking in that reality. You would be saying, it's easy to make friends, right? Think about what you're a creator. What do you want to create? I want to create, it's easy to make friends. I want to create that I connect easily with people. I want to create that people love hanging out with me. I want to create that I'm always included. I'm always included, right? So those are the thoughts you have. You would say, I'm always included. People always include me. You could be invited from one party of a friend invites you to a party, and then there's a bunch of people you connect with easily, and they're like, hey, let's go out and do this, and you're making plans for the future. All right, so paint that picture of the reality you want. That's all you need to do, is paint that picture and hold that picture in your mind's eye. Hold that picture, stay loyal to that picture. You persist in that picture. So if you haven't met any new friends in the next few weeks, you still continue to affirm, no, it's easy to make friends, and I am always invited out. I have fun things to do. My calendar is filled with so many fun activities. I'm going on trips, I'm going to concerts, okay, so what is it that you want to do that you want to be affirming and creating? All right, it's the same way with any desire, whether it's friends, specific person, promotion at work, that it's the same concept. Okay, Sarah, there's so many manifesting methods and affirmations for self-concept, SP. I don't know what to choose or do. Well, every coach or teacher is teaching you based on their own experience. There is no wrong, right? There's no one's doing it wrong. They're just doing it the way that worked for them. What you do is when you, okay, if you hear a coach, sorry, there's an ambulance going by. Whatever, you'll hear different coaches, maybe, it's like right here. You'll hear different coaches say different things. Take what resonates with you. It doesn't matter what the affirmation is. The affirmation doesn't matter. I could say 50 different affirmations. All that matters is, or I could just say one. All that matters is like that I'm experiencing, right? The point is the affirmation or the thought creating that new belief is for you to feel like that reality is already yours. You're just practicing that feeling. So it doesn't matter what the affirmation is. As far as the method, your thoughts are creating. If you want to get down to the nitty-gritty, it's your thoughts that are creating. Your thoughts create your state, because your state is a whole combination of beliefs and thoughts. So your thoughts are creating your state. Your beliefs are created by your thoughts. It's your thoughts that are creating. It's the images, the picture you get in your mind. Okay. So here's what you can create as, no matter who's talking, everyone is definitely saying this. What you're focusing on, so your thoughts about something, is what's creating. As far as self-concept, you're affirming a reality that you already have that desire. So your self-concept doesn't just mean I'm beautiful, I'm pretty. That's not self-concept. Self-concept is you are the person in the reality that you want. Okay? So if you're in a relationship, well, if you didn't feel beautiful, you would want to affirm, I am beautiful, because you would want to feel that you're beautiful and you're attractive to that person that you love, right? If you didn't feel that way, you're making sure that includes your self-concept. So I'm beautiful, I'm chosen, I feel loved, I am loved, I love loving, right? Because all those are things you would feel and be in a relationship. You would love loving them. You would love feeling loved. And as far as the affirmations or methods for the specific person, the goal is for you to realize that you create from the inside out. So this reality is already existing because you're imaging or picturing this reality. It's already yours. I've been feeling so good, Gabrielle. I've been feeling so good with my manifestations, but my SP and I got into a fight, and now I feel like he told me straight up he's not in love with me. You feel like giving up because he told you he's not. You have to remember that whatever you're hearing and whatever you're experiencing in reality is a combination of unconscious beliefs that you've held for a long time. Okay, so in order to align, all realities exist right now. And you're feeling good with your manifestation, right? You're feeling good because sometimes, especially if we're alone, you feel good. The way that you test it yourself is when you're with your specific person and you do get into a fight. So you're really good on your creation. You're really good aligning with that reality. If you get into a fight and you go, no big deal, we got into a fight. Even if he says, I'm not in love with you. Okay, you're on point with your alignment of that reality when you say, that doesn't matter that he told me that, because that's an old belief. That's something that I doubted about myself or him or whatever a long time ago. So in that moment, you're not giving importance to what they say to you, okay? You have to understand that this is coming from you. And you have to understand it's a creation that's projected out from within you, from your inner world to the outer world. Do you understand that? Because when you know that on a deep level, you could just think, oh no, he's so in love with me. Absolutely straight up in love with me. Okay, so you have to create it how you want it to be, even when you hear something you don't want. I can't tell you how many times somebody said no in my face, and I just said, in my mind, I said yes. I looked at them and I go, okay, no, But in my mind, I'm like, yes, 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 this is mine. I'm the creator. And many times in that moment, that person changed their mind and said something differently that agreed with what I said. Okay. Sometimes it took a little bit of time. That's okay too. Do you see? It's all about you, and it's all about you staying loyal. You have to be loyal. You persist. That's the word persistence. It means you stay loyal to the story until it's done, until it's manifested. But if you feel like giving up, your reality is going to show you like that feeling's like, oh, I give up. Okay. Well, giving up in a way could release resistance. That could, but if you're focusing on what's the story is, if you're paying attention to him saying, I'm not in love with you. Well, there's no facts are final unless you decide they are. I know many people say, I'm so good with my affirmations. I'm feeling good in my self-concept. Yes, good. You're there. But you must also be good when you're with them and it's not playing out like you want. Okay, how are you reacting? Because however you're reacting to that situation is what manifests for the future. So if he's like, you get into a fight and he's like, I don't even love you. I'm not even in love with you. When you're taking that personally, you're going to manifest a reality where that's true. Because you're taking it personally and you're feeling that that's true. But if you understand, don't look through the eyes of your lower self, look through the eyes of your higher self as a creator. And you can create him to say, you know what? Like 5 minutes later, a text later, or a text after 5 minutes. You leave each other and you get a text 5 minutes later. You know what? I just needed to get something off my chest and I didn't realize. And he can conform to that reality you want. You need to persist. Do you understand this is a mental exercise. It's a mental exercise because no matter someone's saying, I hate you, I don't want you, you can't take it personally and emotionally. You step away from the lower self and you step into being the creator who's like, oh, okay, old belief. I get it. It could feel hurtful when you're identifying as the person who they're not in love with. You have to identify with the person that they are in love with. That's what self-concept is. You identify with the person that they're in love with, even when they tell you the opposite. So when I'm doing self-concept, it's okay that I'm thinking of SP rather than just focusing on myself. With self-concept, you want to focus more on yourself. You're the creator. Here's what you don't want. You could focus on them. You want to focus on the story with them, but you're not putting importance on them. You're not thinking it's their life. You pull everything to yourself. This is your life. So you definitely want to be focusing on yourself more than them, but you want to align a story with them. All right? How do I get into the state of really believing it? Well, you don't even have to believe it 100%. Just believe in the possibility of it. My SP asked me out. Then a day later, told me he just wanted to be friends. What do I do? Don't accept that you want to be friends. In your mind, you're affirming that there's like great chemistry and attraction, and it's not a friendship. This is romantic. Okay, so affirm that. It was not good to manifest this month. I don't know what that means. No, every day and every month you're manifesting anyway. So it's always a good time to manifest. We're always manifesting. If I live in my mind of being chosen, yet 3D shows I'm not, am I allowing SP to continue not to? I'm looking for the rest of your question. I don't see the rest of your question. All right, but here's the thing. The moment that you said, I'm living in my mind of being chosen. The 3D shows me I'm not. The minute you say that, you're now creating not within your imagination, but you're creating based on what the 3D is telling you. That's just a reaction. The minute you say the 3D, he shows me I'm not, you're creating that. Do you see that? That's how you get hot and cold behavior or maybe no movement, because you're like, I'm chosen. Then you look at the 3D and you go, oh, but I'm not chosen. I mean, that's what you're essentially saying. It's saying, nope, no, I'm not. You affirm that. That's what okay, do you see affirmations are how you're creating your reality? Affirmations are stories. The affirmation is helping you create the story you want. So you live in your mind of being chosen. You look at the 3D, okay, you're going to observe and you're going to say, oh, this is all working out in my favor. Okay, you need to be aligning the story, right? It's just old thoughts playing out. Don't give any importance to it. How do we shift into the state when we experience trauma from a bad car accident? Well, so from that experience, it might feel like a little bit of fear or worry or not feeling sure or not feeling secure. So you want to feel more secure, you have to step into feeling more secure. I intend to feel secure. I intend to feel safe. I intend to feel like everything's working out for me. Okay, so you could say it as an intention as you grow stronger in that belief, because the world will reflect to you that truth, and that truth being reflected back to you will help you feel more like, you're believing it, you're feeling it. It's true. It will feel true. Shift in that state by focusing on how you want things to be, not how you don't want them to be. Don't stay don't stay in the state where you're like the victim, okay? Because you can overcome this. You know Dr. Joe Dispenza, how he is like a brilliant reality creation teacher, because he was in an accident. He was in a triathlon and he got hit by a car. Every doctor told him he wasn't going to walk. They told him the worst, but he knew better. He didn't listen to what they said, okay? He went within his mind, study some of what he, like look into that, because that's going to help you get into a new place. He didn't take what anyone told him. He knew the power of the body. He knows the power of the mind, okay? So I want you to start knowing the power of your body and the power of your mind. Now, look at how you want things to be. I'm moving my reality, and my husband can't go with my alignment, and I'm going to what I want. Okay, is that a question? Here's the thing. You just get clear on what you want, okay? By the way, if you want your husband to align with you, all you have to do is affirm that reality. There is a perception that we wake up and now we've changed and everybody's different. If you have that perception, that will be your reality. You can wake up to knowing your power, and you're waking up to know you're the creator. You can align with a reality where your husband is waking up and in alignment with you, but you got to focus on that kind of story. There's no right or wrong. You could decide to move forward and say, I'm going for what I want. I'm just letting you know you're actually creating. You're creating it all. Leslie, you don't care anymore. Yeah, okay. That's okay. I'm not sure what you don't care about, but it's okay. Like, whatever you decide is okay. Can you talk more about how to change your whole life again? Have close friends, a fulfilling life. I need some clarity on those things. Absolutely. Well, what is get the picture of what a fulfilling life looks like. You could affirm, my life feels like a dream life. I am living a fulfilling life. Your world will match that, okay? Paint the picture of how you want it to look. So if you want to have more close friends, let's say you're having game night or you go on vacation with friends, start imagining and picturing that. What does it look like to have close friends? Does it look like you're hanging out all the time? You're painting that mental picture in your mind, okay? And you're affirming. For any of you with any question, when you say, okay, talk more about like whole life, having close friends, and a fulfilling life. You just take your question and you really formulate that into an affirmation, right? I'm changing my whole life. My whole life has changed. I have close friends and we're doing all these great things, and you can name them or not name them, right? Obviously, you know what that feels like to have close friends, right? I am living a fulfilling life. You want to be claiming that, and then you're entertaining in your mind, how does that look? How does that feel? Okay. But what if not caring is releasing resistance? Not caring absolutely will release resistance. So SP told me to leave them alone. What do I do now? Okay, they said, leave me alone. What do I do now? Well, what do you want? You want to be with them? You want them to be with you in a relationship? Then that's what you're affirming. No matter what your specific person says that you don't like, you got to get to a place where you're affirming how you want it to be. Go to my, in my bio, I have, if you're interested, read all about my new course. My course is you identifying as the person in the relationship. That course is powerful. It is taken from all my success stories. It's taken from my own experiences and own successes. You have to align with the version of you who is in the relationship. And that course helps you get there. Helps you get there mentally. You do that on your own. You purge out the old story and you affirm and be the person you want in the desire. Just have 2 or 3 minutes. I'm going live in my VIP group in a little bit. Today I'm doing an affirmation rampage on losing weight. Like, feel your body is just melting that weight away. I love your videos. They're very helpful. Good, wonderful. Tessin, I'm worried I messed up when I turned down my SP because he only wanted one thing. No, okay, you didn't mess up. That's okay. You create that you have boundaries. There are infinite ways that this all works out. Because whether you turned him down or you didn't, you still get to have your manifestation. You just want to believe that. So what you say to yourself is, I didn't mess up. I turned him down because I want a relationship, right? That's what I'm assuming, right? If he only wanted one thing, it's kind of like, and you want a relationship. So now what are you affirming in your mind? You have boundaries, you have standards, you have an expectation. Now you have to see what's the story you're telling. How does he see you? He sees you as you are the person that he wants to be in a relationship with. That's how he sees you. He sees you, he's like, oh my God, you are the one I want to be with. So you have to picture that story in your mind. You have to affirm that story. What would he be saying to you? How would you be feeling? Okay. And yes, it does. You turn him down, he's going to show up as a new version who doesn't want one thing. That new version of him wants you. And whatever boundaries you hold, he will rise above those boundaries. Thoughts on manifesting appearance change. I want my nose bump gone. Well, you want to feel, what does it feel like? Okay, when we look at our imperfection, first of all, we're already perfect. There are no imperfections. Can you look at yourself like you don't have any imperfection? Okay, remember, your body is powerful. Your body responds to you. So think like, my body is responding to me. You want to look and say, my nose is exactly how I want it to be. Okay, you can look in the mirror and picture how you want it to be. You will see all of this is possible. You got to get that behind that understanding and create that belief about all possibilities existing. I have clients losing weight without doing anything. I have clients losing weight without dieting, without exercising, but by only affirming. I have affirmed many physical things in my own life and in my family's, my kids, my mom. I've affirmed and I've seen physical things change. Even the wildest things, okay? But if you're looking and saying, I don't like that, that's not feeling like you have your desire. So that's why the power is in loving and accepting and not judging and saying, I love this. I love my nose. If you're loving your nose, right, you're going to see changes. You're loving and you're seeing it respond and move just how you want it to move. Okay, Juliet, do exes come back when you better your self-concept even if you're not consistently manifesting them? Absolutely. They come back. Now, here's the thing, but you also look at the story you're telling and make sure that the story is aligning. For example, I had a client who self-concept was on point, was getting some contact, but the story behind it was they had different religions And because of the different religions, their family, her family and their family, that was like something of a contention, right? The moment, so we identified that was the story, the reason why that wasn't manifesting. So she needed to work on that story. So she was working on that story. Okay, the families approve of them. That doesn't matter. Love is stronger than anything else. Their families back them up. So you need to see, okay, so when she started doing that, there was more movement. It wasn't like that was not the problem anymore. You have to look at what kind of story are you telling in relationship to your specific person. Okay, guys, I love you all. I wanted to answer more questions, but I'm going live in my group. I have a VIP group. I go live very often during the week, and today I'm doing a rampage of affirmations for weight loss. So getting into that place of my body is releasing extra weight. I'm feeling really slender and thin, and so that's what I'm doing today. I love you all. You're powerful. Stay in your power. Be your creator. Don't react to the 3D circumstances. Instead, think of how you want it to be and create from there. Okay? Love you all. Bye.